Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome to another book review. Today's August 12th, 2018, and I'm going to be talking about The Richest Man in Babylon by George Clason. I started this book yesterday because my mom wanted me to read it, and I finished it. It's a really short read. It's a good read, and as I do, I'll start with the cons of the book and then go with the pros. Actually, I don't even know if I have any cons. Actually, I do have a con. I hate how it was written. Like, the style it was written in is really annoying to read because it's a short read as is, but just because it's written in kind of like this old ancient Babylon, it almost reminds me of like the Republic or like just some Socratic or Plato's text, just in like the manner in which the people are talking, because the whole book is kind of like a bunch of Babylonian tales, and there's this guy who's the richest man in Babylon called Arkad, and he started off poor, but the king summoned him and asked him to talk about how he had wealth and how he was successful. And there are sort of like two, I think, major like, I guess, arguments or theses or suggestions that Arkad, I think I'm saying his name right, actually might not be saying his name correctly, recommends. The first is what he calls the 7 cures to a lean purse, and then the second sort of thesis are the 5 laws of gold. And I don't have all these rules memorized, but I kind of want to talk about some of them in general, and then I'm going to talk about why I think my mom suggested I read this book. But I think the major takeaway is putting 1/10 of your savings or 1/10 of your earnings into savings, or at least like in some sort of investment that is for you. So 1/10 of anything you earn belongs to you and your family. He talks about malinvestment, making sure you seek wise counsel with your investing, being wary of investments that are high risk or maybe new, or seeking counsel from people like me on YouTube or on DTube or wherever you're watching this. There's some other rules, like making your gold multiply. Some of the cures to a lean purse, he talks about just budgeting, making sure that your expenditures aren't exceeding your income, and some things that I've already talked about kind of on this in my old videos. Yeah, there's just a number of age-old wisdoms. I'm really not doing this book a good service by talking about it like this. The pros are what are the pros? The pros are just the wisdom, honestly. Like, some of the 7 cures to a lean purse, I think, are actually profound. And this is a great starter book for anyone who, when I started vlogging, you guys can go see one of my first 5 or 6 videos. I talked about how I was $600 in credit card debt. I just finished school. Luckily enough, I haven't put myself in that sort of situation since then. I guess it's only been a year that I've been doing this, but I have just been putting away, a little bit of money here, investing there. And now, getting to why I think my mom wanted me to read this book is, I think she was maybe taking shots at some of my crypto investments, which she sees as very high risk, and I completely concur. And I don't really have a rebuttal to that, other than to say, these aren't frivolous. I didn't invest in BitConnect, and these aren't unresearched investments. But also, I made most of my investments whenever I was 24, and so I have a long arc of life. And if you're gonna take risky investments, it's best to do it while you're young. Now, I do have other investments as well, right? I still put money in my my Roth IRA. Which I think is basically the only low risk investment I have, because Snapchat, I guess, is probably pretty risky too. Yeah, so maybe my mom had some legit criticisms here, or maybe that's the biggest takeaway for me, is finding some conservative investments Yeah, and I think that I will. You know, I think that's wise wisdom, because you would really hate to see, you know, your hard-earned money, and even if it is just a little bit that I've been putting away and trying to invest in these, sorry, my neighbor just came out, these projects, at any moment that could fail, whereas I could be holding something like, I guess, like Ford or, you know, GE, or just one of these conglomerate mega companies that is probably not going to go away. But then again, I think like even the Titans fall, right? So I don't know. What is a safe investment? Maybe it's Bitcoin. Maybe it's gold. Who knows? But yeah, thank you guys for watching. The book for me gets a 4 out of 5. It's a good read. It's quick. Maybe I'm giving too many of these books 4s. Actually, you know what? I'm giving this book 3.5 because I mean, like, it was a good book. Yeah, 3.5 out of 5 stars. See you in the next video. Peace.